Hello everyone and welcome to Ashe Plays Gwent. I love that name. It's just fun to say. Gwent. For those who don't know, this is originally a mini-game from the video game Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. I am a huge Witcher fan across the board. All the games have been phenomenal. For this mini-game, I had a lot of fun with it. So I was very excited to get into the beta version and get to see Gwent as a standalone card game in itself. So for those who are not familiar with Gwent, sit tight, because while we're playing, the first thing I want to do is kind of talk a little bit about the differences from the minigame in Witcher 3 to what this game is now, because they made a lot of good changes just to make it a little better of a standalone game. And once I'm done with that, which won't take long at all, we will then kind of keep going, playing a little more, and I will explain a little more what's going on. So hang tight and just enjoy it, because this game is super fun. So I have two decks. This one I'm kind of working on. I'm not quite ready to play, but of course, naturally, I had to build a Wild Hunt deck in honor of Witcher 3. So I have not... oh, wow, opponent found. So yeah, now that we got a lot of people in the beta of this, the games are also moving really quickly. So, leader card. So, just like it, in it, they have their leader cards. You have your faction and a leader card. So, some of the differences. First things first, I'm going to switch out some cards real quick. Oh, another thing, since I'm right here and talking and just rambling like a crazy person, I had a really hard time. Maybe it's because I haven't played the minigame Gwent for very long, and apparently that's take a shot every time I say the minigame Gwent. I will also kind of talk about my strategy just to help you out, because when I first jumped into this game, I had a hard time winning matches, but now I kind of got my groove going. So let the opponent play first. And while the opponent's playing and I kind of just play a little bit, let me talk about some of the differences. The first thing is card draw. So, and again, it's been a while since I played the minigame Gwent, take a shot. So I may have forgotten how some things roll out, and so just bear with me a little bit. So, well, let's match them for now. Yep. Get my Wild Hunt Riders. First thing is card draw. So as you see, you can replace 3 cards from your hand, which I believe was in the minigame Gwent, take a shot. But after the first round, you draw 2 cards, and after the next round, you draw an additional cards, max of 3 rounds, of course. What I want to... Oh, yeah! Scorch those motherfuckers! And that's the big difference. The obvious other big difference is that in the minigame Gwent, take a shot, there wasn't a whole lot of diversity between cards. There was varying strengths and things like that, but for the most part, you had breed cards, you know, most special abilities. Each person kind of, they were pretty similar. With, whoa, well, I came off to a good start. We'll talk about the good game here in a second. I'm just going to continue and move on to the next game. So yeah, the card draw and the gold cards are much more diverse. Each card is very unique. If you're familiar with the Witcher series, they have a bajillion and a half, give or take, of characters that are brought into the game. So those really are the major differences. Okay.
Any last words?
I don't really play against a lot of monsters decks all that much, so this is kind of interesting. So now for those who are not familiar with Gwent, oh, we're getting rid of you. And I think I only want 1 Biting Frost. Yeah, that's a much better hand. So, how Gwent works is, as the opponent's placing cards, you can kind of see it blurred. It'll come clear once we get past this part. But there's 3 rows on each side. You have melee, range, and siege. Each monster card, which you will see here in a second, you can kind of see me flipping through some of them, can be placed on one of those 3. Really? They knew I was recording and don't want me to play games. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Let's try this again. I'm so boss at this game, no one even wants to play me anymore. Okay.
Crush
Round
those
3.
vermin!
I'm 2 for 2, apparently.
You shall die.
Good, now you can see a different faction. Like I was trying to tell you before I kept not being able to do anything. We'll get rid of the Foglings. And you know what? I want to get rid of a Lacerate. I need more monsters. Okay, he's thinking, he's replacing stuff. Things are happening. A game's gonna occur. Awesome. So, the monsters must be placed on their appropriate row. If they have a sword, just like right here, you can kind of see the blurred out version on the sword. They have to be placed on those rows. Certain cards that are not monsters, well, characters. I say monsters because I'm running monsters. But there's other ability cards, or I believe they're called event cards, that can affect things. For instance, I can reduce the strength, which is the number right here. It's right here. Flick, 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 flick. Now pay attention. Keep up. Keep up with me, people. Let's see. Blue Stripes Commando, add 2 strength to all other Blue Stripe Commandos wherever they are. So when they mean whenever, they mean up there, in the graveyard, in the deck, wherever. But, so as you can see, my combined row is 7 right now. His combined row is 5, so he has a total of 5, and I have a total of 7, which means I will currently win the round. The event cards obviously can do certain things. Yeah, he's going to burn that up, which is perfectly okay. 2 Wild Riders, that sucks. So, I'll explain why another rider popped up here in a second. But yeah, so you have your events that can also influence. Your leaders also have a certain ability, which I'll go into in a second. But the other important things with events is they have weather cards. For instance, Biting Frost and Impenetrable Fog. Biting Frost will be laid down here. Yep. I think I actually... Oh, this is actually the perfect time. Scorch. One of the event cards I'm going to play. Destroy the strongest non-gold unit. And I don't have any gold, and you don't see any gold here. But in case of a tie, it burns it all. So I roasted his entire side. Now it's 4-0. But as I was saying about the weather cards, keep up, peoples. ADHD.
Sure. Be glad to.
Ah, shit. Well, speaking of gold card, now, I will explain what that is. So, Shani is a medic. Shani comes into play. Blue Stripes Commando comes up. Awesome. Okay, so Shani's ability, which is medic, resurrect a non-gold unit. For the most part, you cannot affect gold units in any shape or form. That's including weather cards. Set the strength to everyone in a melee row to 1, or in a range row, in a range woe to 1. Let's just bring out my other rider for now, because I will most likely use Biting Fog, because all my Wild Hunt characters are, as you can see, immune to frost, which is the weather effect. After 2 turns, convert to gold and set base back to current strength. So he's a 4. Not full test, but the Northern Kingdoms, which is the blue faction, their special ability is all gold cards get a +2 strength. So I'm just going to get rid of that right now. Yeah, so we'll keep going back and forth until one of us pass. Once you pass, you cannot play another card, even though your opponent can.
Death to the enemy!
So I think this is actually the perfect time for Biting Frost. So I played the weather effect. As you see, he is a gold card, so he is not affected by Biting Frost. All my Wild Hunt Riders are immune to frost, so that's some things you have to take into consideration. And he did very well. Lacerate removes 3 strength from entire unit row. Again, if I play it here, I'll only reduce him by 1, simply because, again, gold cards are not affected by shit. So I actually want to win this one out. So I'm going to bring in my Frost Giant, or sorry, Ice Giant. Again, immune to frost, but he actually gains 7 strength while I have this weather condition up. Now I pass, and I win the round. It's a 2 out of 3 game. After the first round, starting round 2, we will draw 2 cards. On round 3, we will draw an additional 1 card. So what that... Drowner, not too bad. Okay, glad I used that weather effect now, because they are not immune. But the reason why I still have a Wild Hunt Rider up is for monsters, and that's the entire monster faction. We keep a monster on the field, so let's throw out a Fiend after every round. And that's the monster's ability. Just like I was saying with the Northern Kingdoms, all their gold cards get +2 strength. So you can kind of see each faction has their own little flavor to it. I don't know. I don't know what Thaler does. There are, I believe, 2 other factions. For those familiar with Witcher 3, Northern Kingdoms, and I kind of like it because it moves with the plot of Witcher, or at least one of the possible things that could have happened in Witcher 3. What was it called? The Northern Kingdoms was taken over by somebody. I can't remember the name off Witcher 3. If you know, you already know. But that kingdom, whatever it is, it's good narration. Ashe. Wow, I'm just on my game today. But either way, actually, I'm gonna play Impenetrable Fog, which I have a creature in my deck. Come on, I have a creature in my deck that if they're in my deck or in my graveyard, they come into play, which are my foglets. They're immune to fog, but if my fog goes away, they go away as well, which can suck. Hopefully, won't happen. Now I play my Ancient Foglet, once again immune to fog, gain 1 strength and at the start of my turn, it will gain +1 strength. So at the start of my next turn, it'll be +1, and well, let's see what shit. The fog goes away, so my little foglings go away. I'm still actually going pretty strong here, but I'm gonna waste those because I have Eredin playing, which I'll get to in a second. Gotta keep up, folks. Okay. You know what? We'll see leader cards a different day. So yeah. So I passed. Now I can't play any more this round, but I have 10 points above him, so he's still gonna have to keep playing just to equal me. As you see, it didn't even give me the option. It just rolled the turn right back over. So what was full test ability again? Spawn exact copy of a bronze unit on your side. So a 1. I don't know why it spawned 2. It's probably the infantry's ability. Once again, another card stays on the table. It was my Fiend, which is awesome. So that was the leader ability he forfeited. What my leader ability was Eredin. I bring out, I think he's a silver. He's not a gold, and that's really important. He's a 10 strength character who's immune to frost. So, a lot of this I've been kind of just rambling and kind of going all over the place, but I will also believe that you will get more just by watching. So each round I win, I get a little closer to leveling up. I get some ore, which actually, yeah, as you can see, I have ore there. We'll play some more because, especially with me spouting and going off, with me multitasking, you can obviously tell I just ramble, but we could go to shop, and this is how you get more cards, and I love this. So, you, of course, got to make money so you can actually buy kegs. Oh, stinky troll. Fart jokes. Or, once you get 100 ore, you can buy a keg. And in a lot of games, you kind of just get your set of cards and call it good. It's a little bit different, just slightly. And I really, really like it. So we'll bust open our keg. You can see this is the Scoia'tael faction, Monster, and Skellige.
Wow!
So no abilities. Let's see, Trapper, Ambush. When a see these little flip things? As I say, you should see a sword bow or catapult for melee, range, or stealth. This means they can go on any row. Subtle, but very, very cool. But when a non-gold unit appears on the row, remove 5 strength from all non-gold units. So she's not placed on my row. She's actually placed on the opponent's row. So that's pretty tight. Priestess of Freya, resurrect a bronze non-medic unit from the graveyard, obviously. So that's kind of cool. But let's see, Monster. Another Drowner. These are not the only cards I get, though. Now that I've seen those, it will show you how much you own up top. And you get to, out of these 3, I pick another card, and that is with every keg. So I thought that was kind of cool, but let's see. Thaler is who I think I want. Redraw 1 card. That's awesome. Let's see. Gain 3 strength whenever special card is played. That's pretty good too, because I play with a lot of specials. Remove 1 strength from each non-gold unit that appears on the battlefield. That can be really good with certain synergy, but let's pick up Thaler. So yeah, and now I get all these cards. The other 2 go away, and hopefully I can pick them up another day. So let's play, because I was gonna say let's play only 2 rounds, but so far everyone's forfeiting. So let's play 1 more. So again, you guys can kind of get a feel for how things roll out, and maybe we can see the Scoia'tael or Skellige faction.
Close
I'm
ranks.
so sick. Man, I mean, Northern Kingdom's is stupid strong, but I mean, it's the beta. They definitely need to do some power adjusting, but getting real sick of playing against Northern Kingdoms. I'm just saying. It seems like that's the majority of what I play with. So this time, yeah, we'll just do a little bit of strategy. Now, you know what? Only 2 cards. I'm actually gonna get Lure of Lacerate. That may work. Let's get rid of a Fiend. Yeah, now I can pull the Rider. Pull the Riders out of my hand. So I like to start with Drowner because I have no investment in Drowner. We're not close friends. We never really talk or call. Sometimes, you know, make a comment on Facebook, but that's about it. And that way I'm starting out with a card. I think anything 6 or above in my, anything above 6, like 7, 8, 9, is generally stronger, in my opinion. And so it's on the high end of average, but it still forces a play is what I'm looking for. Let's see. That's a waste. So let's just stay in our little bubble. And I gotta remember, as with the monster faction, same reason why we're... Oh, you motherfucker. You know what? I think he's gonna let me win this one. So, Foglets. I got it with the monster faction. That's why I always worry about these 2 being out. Have 2 just generally strong people that the opposition has to worry about. Because if I play Drowner, he passes. I have lost no cards because the Drowner will stay because I'm monster faction. Again, with that said, now I should play at least a couple of cards to try to lower the percentage of it being a Fogling, or he'll just do it for me. That's cool too. I'm still in control, so I'm gonna... And here's the thing, even though I'm in control and I could force him to use cards to try to keep up with me and try to go over, now if he keeps playing, I will have a chance for one of these Foglings to stay and play more powerful. So what I'm really just doing at this point is actually just getting my 2 Foglings out, and just so we can see if he's going to try to keep pace with me. Because I'm definitely... he's playing light, just like I am. Pretty light. I'm thinking he's holding on to all those super gold cards so he can use them later. And I'm not okay with that. So now, yeah, I'm fine with this because I'm going to keep at least a 7th strength at this point. And I don't have another Fog in my hand, so those Foglings wouldn't have done me anything other than being a 6 later down the road. Yeah, and I got to keep my 8. 1 point sometimes makes a difference. I'm not worried about that chort. That chort is in play, in case I don't think I highlighted over it. That prize-winning cow he played in the very beginning, when it dies, it gets replaced by a 9-strength chort. But I was already planning for the first round to do that, just to even up the odds. So, oh, that was a nice move on his part. So again, I still want to play, I'm still purposely playing light, because now I'm in an advantage where I can pass and be okay. So I want to see what happens, because he's probably just going to keep trying to attack. Yeah, he's going to try to use his vent and try to keep the playing field somewhat even. I'm okay with that, because I'm just going to boop. Boop. Just stay slightly above him. Keep forcing some of those cards out.
My studies are more important.
Oh, nice
than
move.
This.
I'm still okay. So let's see. Pull. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I'm not sure what I pulled out of my graveyard. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Looks like the Fiend, which was an 8. And that's why I'm at 12 now. So I'm going to actually just boop you just to keep you low, a little lower than me again. He still has to keep using cards. He has to keep worrying about his strength. Because, oh, yeah, you're thinking. What you thinking about? What? What you thinking about? If I pass right now, and he doesn't do anything to my ghoul, I will have that 12 ghoul next round. Screw it. Again, with this game, you've got to think a turn ahead. And yeah, now if he wants that, if he wants his cavalry to roll over, he has to play another card. Yeah. So smart move on his part. If he had to play another card to get that strength, at least only give me 10 strength next round instead of the 12. Yeah. I keep one monster. I only have one monster on the field. That's awesome. Now we get to see if he was holding on to all his powerful cards or if I was just in control. Shit. Not what I want to see, because I'll end up...
I killed for less.
Actually, we'll bring out my riders. Again, I may not use my Biting Frost, which means I may have a dead card in my hand. Because I want to see if... I want him to nuke that ghoul. Ugh. It's going to be tight. It all comes down to... Okay, nope, new strategy. Biting Frost is still good.
Trouble approaches.
So, there we go. That's what I wanted to see, because now I'm going to play Aridin. And the reason why I didn't want to play Biting Frost is I was worried about my ghoul not dropping. But what I was trying to do was force a melee front. Yeah, and he forfeits, because what I was going to do is play the Biting Frost. I was already above him. My ghoul would have dropped. The rest of my characters were immune to Frost, and he would have dropped to those. I think, what were they, like a 12 at the end? They would have dropped down to a 1. I would have crushed him. So he forfeited, and forfeiting at that point in the game, not uncommon. You see me clicking a button at the bottom? Thank you. Ooh, more ore. What that was is, yeah, if you click good game to your opponent, you get 5 extra ore. And again, you're just clicking it. You could give a shit. But I really like the idea behind it, because it's promoting good sportsmanship, even if it's just kind of half-assed. Oh, speaking of which, we got 185 ore, so let's see what we pull. And this is scraps. Hearthstone call it crystal, I believe, for crystal dust. Magic, I think, uses just standard gold. You could buy single cards. I think some of them are as high as 800, some of them are as low as like 80. Yeah, let's open up a keg. I want to collect the Witchers, so most of the Witcher cards are actually 200, so we'll get there. So let's see, we got Northern Realms. Convert any gold unit to silver. Oh, that's weird. I'm sure there's something janky about that. Let's see what we got here. Necker, play all Neckers from your deck. Neutral card. Ooh, another Biting Frost. I think I have 3 of those already. So
Nice.
hold that thought, everybody. While we're doing this, remove 2 strength from all non-gold units on the row whenever a special card is played. On the row? That has to be like a traitor card or something. A card you play on your opponent's side.
Now for more.
Or just janky. Let's see. Oh, well, Skellige Storm, spawn Fog and Rain, and that's a neutral. I kind of digging that. We also got Juta, which is just a 10 strength card, which is not bad at all. But, oh, Yavin. Remove 2 strength from all other non-gold units on the row, draw a card. What? That has to be... I think that little icon in the corner means traitor. So I give them an 11, but I remove 2 from everybody else, and I draw a card. You're mine. So maybe I'll be playing Scoia'tael in the near future. So, okay. So with scraps, again, just subtle little things. And this is all beta, so I can only imagine how much better it's going to get down the road. So I'm going to go over my collection in a second here. Oop, yep, don't know what happened there. But yeah, so yeah, you have your 4 factions. You have your neutral cards, which of course can go into any deck. You saw milling, you saw everything. You got the general gist of the game. Maybe when I actually build a solid Wild Hunt deck instead of put, Wild Hunt plus filler, because again, I just need to collect more cards at this point. Maybe I'll do this again. Also, maybe if you want to see Northern Realms, Scoia'tael, Skellige, or just in general when I get a little more used to the game, if you want to see more of this, please make a comment below or give a like, thumbs up. If this video does good, I'll do more Gwent, and hopefully I'll see you in here. Until then, what's a Witcher saying? Witch on, son? Go ahead and witch forth. Which way does a Witcher witch if a Witcher could witch would? Either way, yep, okay, thank you. Thank you for seeing Gwent Beta. See you next time.